People are coming to pickleball in droves.
Pickleball players are running into problems as the demand for the sport continues to grow, especially with more people looking for outdoor activities during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The ability to have dedicated courts where we don't have to, manage, disputes and things like that is best for everybody.
Karen Watson with Pickleball BC and Burnaby Pickleball is calling on municipalities across the Lower Mainland to create more dedicated pickleball space, something she says is currently lacking, particularly in cities north of the Fraser River.
The problem is that many of the Parks and Rec departments across BC will engage pickleball players, others not so much. So in that reaction of demand for courts, they're quickly trying to just put pickleball courts everywhere and anywhere. And that's where you have the pickleball players coming up against others unintentionally. That puts us in confrontation with tennis players. It puts us in confrontation with neighborhoods where we don't really want to do that. We just want to come and play.
Pickleball clubs say shared courts like this one in Burnaby are problematic because it can cause tension between tennis players and pickleball players.
We might have to butt heads sometimes against different groups turning up to play, groups of 10 or less. And if the courts are filled, they will often need to go to somewhere else.
Julie McRitchie with the Pocomo Pickleball Club is also pushing for dedicated pickleball courts in the Tri-Cities.
It's probably best that we try and get our own courts. And we've actually just seen last week, I was there, and it was somebody was running, and then a tennis player was also going for that shot, and it was a near collide.
Another consideration when finding spots for pickleball is noise. Recently, the city of Port Moody voted to get rid of pickleball lines at the tennis courts at Chestnut Way Park after neighbors complained about the daily noise from matches.
It really caused some disturbance there. So we got the public feedback from them, and we decided to give them the opportunity to sort of revert back to where they're at. And now staff are going to be looking for alternate spots.
Over in Coquitlam, staff acknowledge the growing demand and say they're working with players to determine which existing facilities would be best suited to allocate for pickleball players.
We're working with them to identify some potential locations for this coming summer.
In the meantime, pickleball players don't expect the growth of the sport to slow anytime soon.
It has really exploded this past year.
In Burnaby, Miranda Fatur, City News.